first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Faking the give, now Watson. He'll get this to his tight end, it's Jonnu Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Lions at 4-3, a game over 500. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. This is Smith with the ground. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hey, check that. Street. Hurry.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Barkley, inside handoff. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Watson now to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 24, Rodgers. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And they're using him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. Then he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air and forward?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. with a loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers now to throw.
Mixon on a slant. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On play action, now Rodgers. They'll roll him out right.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield. This play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A handoff, Barkley running left.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Watson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 21 yards there. Big play on 4th down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the 1st down. I like how I just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. And Watson has it right side. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, a nice His throw here right side. He hauls it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped. And he'll be
a momentary setback, though. Series. Good thing for them, though. Still pick up another first down.
Rodgers to throw once more. Complete to Michael Thomas. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. Here's Rodgers. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he
tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Lions are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The final shot before the break. Watson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Up the middle with Barkley. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Watson off play action. Rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Justin Tucker runs for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the interception set up a terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, they certainly are ready up today, partner, because they've caused big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Well, with Saquon Barkley, you often think of the elusiveness, the quickness, but he can definitely run with purpose as well, and he's able to shed a tackler there and continue on.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats, CD, it shows as he covered better than 20 yards after the initial contact was made. And able to get this out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball. They need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On of a slant, that's Robert Woods. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. If there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Over the middle here, it's Hilton. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 46-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Flushed out right. And incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Now left side on the swing pass. Shoves him aside. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
That's good for the Lions.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Again, it's Watson. Out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jonnu Smith from 6 yards away. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
It's taken to the 26. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems... Look at this! Middle of the field, a breakaway! Touchdown, Detroit! George Pickens, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Rodgers going to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here. They're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Mixon, touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Boswell good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Watson's going to throw it here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Rodgers pass. Complete to Robert Woods.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Rodgers. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw is Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. They'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. But as this defense walks off the field.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and this one features Eric Kendricks. He put up numbers last week with...
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
And no excitement